Okay, so I thought I was done with that love reading, and then I started writing, just the caption and received more clarification about the dancing part. So this is a collective psychic love reading. So as always, if this is not your jam, you can keep going. So this is a part two of the one I just posted. So you are going to have to go back and look at part one to get everything that I said there. And it's pretty long. It was like 10 minutes. But hopefully this one won't be so long. So leaving off on the part where, sorry, where the masculine and feminine were slow dancing. And so about this part, when I move into slow dance with the masculine, and I put my arms around his waist, and he puts his arms around my shoulders, and we're dancing, that jives. Sorry, just had a coughing fit. So that jives. Like, that felt beautiful. It felt right. There was no worry or concern about how to slow dance. There was no worry or concern about the music. It was no worry or concern about staying on beat. There was no worry or concern about how it looked to everyone else. It was actually, it felt really good. It felt beautiful. And it felt right. It felt like this is how it's supposed to be. The issue is that the feminine, me, I'm the one who stopped it and said, no, this isn't, even though everything felt right, it felt good, felt beautiful. I said, no, this isn't the way I want to slow dance, because this isn't traditionally how with men and women slow dance. So I changed it to my arms up and over his neck, and then him, his arms around my waist, and then that's where the problem came in. Um, Even though I wanted it to look traditional and I wanted to look right in the eyes of everyone around us, again, there's no one around us. That's an old limiting belief, right? So then that's when all the second guessing came in. The music. Are we swaying right, or are we off beat? Do I even know how to do this dance? And then I stopped because I'm like, I don't know how to slow dance. I don't know how to do this. So it frustrated me. Just for a split second, it frustrated me. And then something said, well, go back to how it was before. Go back to how you were dancing before. It doesn't matter how people view this relationship. Go back to how it felt before. And so then I went back to my arms around his waist, and his arms were like resting on my shoulder, and we were so close, and we were loving each other, and I could feel the love, and I can feel it right now. And just slow dancing and not paying attention to nothing else, just the movement and just the connection of two souls. So that is very significant. And like I said in the other video, I want to spend more time on that. Both visions, it's the same vision, but both pieces of the vision are one. They are together. So as you both are, and again, like you're working on your own shit. Like, I'm not responsible for someone else's shit. Someone else isn't responsible for my shit. So make sure that you are understanding that too. The old narratives in your head that need to go away, you need to do the shadow work to get those away. You need to work on that. They need to work, whoever you're in this relationship with, they need to work on their stuff. You are not their therapist. You are not their mother. You are not the person that comes in and helps them do the shadow work. They need to do this themselves. And the two of you know that you need to do this themselves because you're already doing it. So there's no problem there. The first part where you guys are working on things by yourself, but you're just enjoying each other's company, that's fine. It's about the what the relationship should look like. That you, and I think this is the feminine, because the masculine isn't doing any of this. The masculine was fine with how the slow dance was. It was the feminine who stopped it and said, "No, this is the way I want it. This is the way I want it to look." And then, so if this is you, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It seems to be working fine. Um, Not traditionally, not anything else. It just seems to be working fine. And then you get in your head about, wait, no, this is how I want it. So change that. Once you realize it's okay, like this is not going to be a traditional love. This isn't going to be a love where um, your your uh, your astrological signs are compatible. Maybe your astrological signs are not compatible. Like on paper, maybe this should not look good. Like maybe there's an age difference. Maybe the signs are just not compatible. Maybe I'm just trying to think of things. I can't really think of things, but it, it's not going to look like how everybody else's relationship is going to look. And I think that's the thing with these types of relationships, with people who are really, really on a soulmate journey, on a divine led journey. Your book is not going to look like everyone else's. So maybe you're already understanding that. Like, maybe you're like, well, okay, well, this is my sign and this is who I should be with. Um, but sometimes things don't work out like that. Like this is my birth chart. It says this, but most of it's right, but a lot of it's really not aligning. That's because on these types of journey, I'm not saying all of them, but on these types of journeys, which I believe my collective is going through, it it's can't be written by men, is what I'm hearing. It can't be predicted by men. Trust your gut, trust your instinct. Move away from trying to make it look like everyone else's. It's not going to. It's going to be beautiful. And it's going to be beautiful because it is different. It's going to be beautiful because this story is unique. It's unique to you. So let it unfold. If it feels good to just slow dance and wrap your arms around his waist, do that. Just do that. Don't get it all in your head and want to change it to how you think it's supposed to be and how it looks on the outside. Do what feels good. That's it. That's the message.